Hello, good evening, and welcome to Cosmic Legacy. This is a new video on the topic DNA. Guys, I know I have put the video in a long delay, but sorry for that. And next, after that, I would like to say that you should follow my WhatsApp channel, which is in the link description. You can see all the new updates about space and everything, and I will also send new updates about my videos also. Okay, now let's move ahead. Today's topic is DNA. What is DNA? Everyone knows that DNA is in our body, so today we will know about DNA in a detailed manner. So let's start. What is DNA? The first question arises, what is DNA? What is DNA? This is the most asked question. Now, what do you guys think? What is the full form of DNA? So, DNA's full form. Can you guys tell me the full form of DNA? DNA's full form is this one. You see, this one. This one is the full form of DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid. So what is the full form of DNA? So the full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. So the full form of D is D E O X Y R I B O. So this one is the full form of D. What is that? Deoxyribo. Then what is the full form of N? N's full form is nucleic. Full form of N is nucleic. And then the full form of A is acid. Full form of A is acid. So, DNA is a molecule that carries genetic instruction for the development, functioning, growth, and reproduction of all known living organisms. So, how does DNA help us? What is DNA? So, DNA is a molecule. DNA is a molecule that carries genetic instructions. So, it carries genetic instructions for our development, in our mental health, physical state, and everything. The genetic instruction for the development, functioning, growth, and reproduction. So it helps in growth and in reproduction of all known living beings like us, dogs, cats, and every known organism. Then double helix. What is double helix? This is another topic. What is double helix? DNA has a double helix structure made up of two long chains of nucleotides twisted around each other. This thing you see here in the picture, this thing is called a long chain of nucleotides. So this one line here that goes around the DNA is known as a long chains of, these are the long chains of nucleotides. So the name is nucleotides. Then when these two come together and combine with each other, means they rotate around each other. This is known as double helix. Double helix. Yes, double helix. Twisted around each other. So these are twisted around each other, you can see here. Then, what are nucleotides? Here we know about nucleotides, but what are nucleotides? So here we will know about what is nucleotides. Nucleotides, these are the building blocks of DNA. So these are the building blocks. See, these are the building blocks. So like different minerals in our body are the building blocks. Like this is our building block in our DNA, consisting of a sugar molecule. So this consists of sugar molecule, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base that consists of adenine, thymine, cytosine, or guanine. So these things are the most important one. You should mark these all. The reason I have done this slide is because of you all. I want you all to know about DNA and everything. So this slide is complete, and you should take notes of every slide. It is important for your knowledge. It is not means compulsory. It is at your own choice. Then we will go to the next slide. Then we are in the next slide. Now we will know the DNA. What is the role of DNA? The protein synthesis, DNA replication means how do they multiply. So then first we will know about role of that DNA. So now I have a question. What is DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. What is the full form of DNA? Now if anybody will ask DNA, what is DNA? What is the full form of DNA? D stands for deoxyribo, N stands for nucleic, and A stands for acid. Then role of DNA, genetic information. So this is the role of DNA in genetic information. Then DNA contains the instruction needed to build and maintain an organism. It encodes traits and characteristics passed from one generation to the next. So, role of DNA in genetic information. DNA contains the instructions needed to build and maintain an organism. So what this line means it means that DNA contains instructions. This contains instructions like in computer. DNA is like an instruction to build and maintain, to build our structure and maintain an organism. It encodes traits and characteristics passed from one generation to the next. So, excuse me. It encodes traits. It encodes traits and characteristics passed from one generation to the next. So, this DNA, you have also seen like from the old DNA of any like you have also now listened about that the scientists are have the DNA of the woolly mammoth and are trying to look for their closest relationship and to the closest generation in this age. So like that it is also passed to the in your grandfather's DNA is passed to yours, like that. Protein synthesis. Okay, before that I hope you all have know how the role of DNA in genetic instructions, what is DNA, and everything about that. DNA provides the instructions for the synthesis of protein which are essential for various cellular functions. So this synthesized part is also important. Here you will know how DNA synthesizes that proteins and everything. DNA provides the instructions. It provides instructions for the synthesis of protein. It gives the instruction for the synthesis to make the protein in our body, which is essential for various cellular functions. What is protein? Every doctor says that he has a deficiency of protein, like that. So protein is needed for our body. It is very essential part of our protein, which are essentials for various cellular functions. So this is protein is important. Then at last, DNA replication. This would be the last paragraph of our today's session. Let's begin. Let's end the session and have a summary about this all. DNA replication, process by which DNA makes an identical copy of itself before cells division occurs. Ensures that genetic information is passed on accurately to new cells. So, what is DNA replication? As I said, it is the process to multiply them. Process by which DNA makes an identical copy. So, like that, we make Xerox of anything also. Like this, DNA also make an identical copy. They make an identical copy before cell divisions. Before the cell divide each other, before that they multiply. And they also ensure that the genetic information, here we saw the characteristics pass from one generation to the next. So this thing is ensured over here. See, everything is interconnected. This whole thing is interconnected here in the DNA replication. It ensures that genetic information is passed on accurately to new cells. So this ensures that the genetic information, that the characteristics passed from one generation to the next, is passed on accurately to new cells. They ensure that this thing is accurately sent to the new cells. So this is complete. Our session is complete. Now we will have a quick summary of all about this. So in here, first what we learned is what is DNA. What is DNA? The full form of DNA, as I have told, deoxyribonucleic acid. Then these all. Then double helix. This one. This is double helix. And this phosphate groups. These are the phosphate groups. Okay. This is a sugar molecule, consisting of sugar molecule, a phosphate group. This is the phosphate group. This middle are the phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. These have a nitrogenous base in them, and this nitrogenous base consists of these all things. This consists of these all things. This is important. So here we all know about what is DNA, what is double helix, what are nucleotides. These are nucleotides. These both combined are known as double helix. One and one is known as the nucleotides. The keyword of nucleotide is long chains, two long chains of nucleotides complete. This helix structure made up of two long chains of nucleotides. These are nucleotides. And what is double helix? Double helix keyword is this one. DNA has a double helix structure made of two long chains of nucleotides. This part you will know about itself, it will be remembered. But this part from here, this part is important. You have to write this all. Then in the next page, here, DNA replication. In the end, we have learned about that. Excuse me. Role of DNA in genetic information. So here we know that how it passes the characteristics to the next generation, and the protein synthesis, how the DNA provides the instruction for the synthesis of protein, and protein is essential for various cellular functions. In this we have learned that, and DNA replication is the process by which the DNA makes an identical copy of itself before cell division. These two are, and at last I have said that this one and this one is interconnected with each other. So here we come to the end of our session. I hope you all like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe and share. Bye bye. Thanks. Peace out.